Hi, in this video, I'll be explaining Chapter 4 of the book Transportation Management with SAP TM. So, coming to the transportation request, in SAP TM, these are actually important for initiating the transportation planning process. So, the system supports both shippers and logistic service providers. The shippers can actually integrate their ERP order-based and delivery-based transportation request, which is the OTR and DTR, while the LSP people can actually manage forwarding quotations and forwarding orders. So, the transportation process begins with the creation of a transportation request, which is the TRQ, followed by a fleet unit building and transportation orders. And then we have the transportation request document. So this shows how various documents that serve as a transportation request in SAP TM. It also includes the ERP-based order-based transportation requirements and the delivery-based transportation requirements. So which are actually relevant for shippers and forwarding quotations and forwarding orders, which actually serve the need of LSP and carriers as well. And then I have transportation planning process flow. So this figure shows how simplified document driven process flows in the SAP TM. So this process involves three important steps, which starts with the transportation request, followed by a fleet unit creation, and finally issuing the transportation order. So this flow actually shows how different industries can adapt the process to fit their specific transportation needs. And then integration of SAP ERP documents. So SAP TM actually integrates several SAP ERP documents such as sales order, purchase order, stock transfer order, inbound and outbound deliveries, and scheduling agreements. So this integration actually gives facilitates the smooth transfer of data for transportation process. So the SAP TM system actually receives and processes the data from SAP ERP through various methods, which also ensures a seamless flow of master data such as business partner, location, and product data. And then I have the sales order integration. So this is actually important connection between SAP ERP and SAP TM, which is particularly for shippers. It allows SAP TM to manage the transportation of goods sold to customer. So this integration creates a order-based transportation request, which is the OTR, which can be used for planning fleet units and organizing transportation. So the transfer of sales order from SAP ERP actually triggers future process in SAP TM, which actually facilitates transportation planning and execution as well. And this is the output determination in the sales and distribution. So this shows the output determination process in SAP ERP. ERP is a sales and distribution module. So the output determination controls the generation of flow of follow-up documents and messages in transportation process, which enables communication between SAP ERP and SAP TM. So it is used to trigger various transportation related outputs like transportation request and delivery documents. And next figure shows the output types in SAP ERP. ERP is sales and distribution. So these outputs such as TRS0 and are actually critical for communication between the SAP ERP and the SAP TM, particularly when transferring sales order, deliveries, and other related documents. So these ensure relevant data flow between system during the transportation planning process. And then we have the sales order integration. So this is the output TRS0. This represents the uh, this specifies specifically used to trigger the transfer of sales documents from the SAP ERP to SAP TM. It plays an important role in ensuring that data related to sales order are sent to SAP TM for future processing and transportation planning. And then I have the activation of the sales document. This shows the activation process of the sales document for integration with SAP TM. So the process involves specifying which sales document should trigger the transfer of SAP TM, like using output type like TRS0 with proper configuration, which also ensures relevant sales data flow seamlessly between SAP ERP and SAP TM for transportation purpose. And then I have this figure shows the control keys used for integrating SAP ERP and SAP TM. So these key guideline guide so this these keys guide the systems in determining how orders and deliveries should be processed and transferred between SAP ERP and SAP TM. They help in managing the integration of material management and sales order, which also ensures a smooth data flow. And then I have the integration of material management orders. So this integration of material management orders with SAP TM is actually similar to the integration of sales and distribution document. So for orders, the key customization activity in SAP ERP is specifying control keys. However, like in SD documents, documents leverage SAP ERP's workflow technology for output processing, which means error handling for purchase order, stock transfer order, and inbound delivery differ from SD order processes. And then the integration of scheduling agreements. So this actually represents recurring deliveries to a customer or plant. They can be integrated into SAP TM using the same setting as another ST or document. So when a scheduling agreement is transferred to SAP TM, it creates a single order-based transportation requirement rather than separate delivery. So this order-based transportation requirement is then used to like track deliveries over time as a different item or schedule lines. Then I have the order-based transportation requirement. So this serves as a document created in SAP TM when sales order is integrated from SAP ERP. It also consolidates transportation relevant information from sales, purchase, and stock transfer order. So the order-based transportation requirement is a read-only document and doesn't allow any updates within the SAP team, as it relies on the SAP ERP as the leading system. And then this image is the this shows the customization options available for OTR types. So customizing is minimal, but users can like define fleet units, building rules, and configuring whether freight units are created automatically or manually. So the automatic creation of fleet units is useful for consolidated orders, while manual creation allows more control over batch processing. And then this is the this figure actually shows how SAP TM can handle stage splits based on the Incoterm location during the fleet planning process. Stage splitting is very important for complex transportation route where goods may be shipped through multiple locations before actually reaching their final destination. And next is the integration of delivery. So the integration of SAP ERP deliveries in SAP TM allows delivery-based transportation requests to be created like OTRs or DTRs, which also act as triggers for creating fleet units in SAP TM. So the delivery-based transportation request captures key information about the deliveries and facilitates the planning and execution of transportation activities. And the integration scenario, so let me tell you about that. So SAP TM actually offers multiple integration scenarios with SAP ERP, depending on whether SAP TM or SAP ERP acts as a leading system. So one of the common scenario in creation of delivery proposal in SAP TM is like which are then transferred back to the SAP ERP for delivery creation. So in contrast, companies actually prefer SAP ERP to like retain control over the delivery creation process. So this image actually shows like an integration scenario where SAP TM is the leading system generating fleet units and delivery proposals on the transportation planning. So these deliveries proposals are transferred to the SAP ERP, where they are created based on information provided by the SAP TM. So this is the delivery profile, which defines the rules and settings for creating deliveries in the SAP ERP, which also include constraints like shipment lead times and transportation service levels, which also ensure deliveries will meet the required deadline and criteria for shipment execution. And then this image is this shows how delivery splits and update occur in the SAP TM during the integration process. Delivery splits may happen based on weight, volume, or delivery constraints. SMP TM also allows users to manage these splits and ensure efficient transportation planning based on real-time situation. And integration scenario without delivery proposal. So in this scenario, SAP ERP is leading system. So delivery creation and item consolidation are done in the ERP, and only after deliveries are finalized are transportation units created in SAP TM. Fleet units are then planned based on the delivery data transferred when transferred from the ERP. And then I have the sales order scheduling. So this allows for synchronization of transportation planning between the SAP ERP and SAP TM. So when sales orders created, data from the material availability, material dates from material availability, loading, and goods issue are calculated and transferred to the SAP TM. So which schedules the transportation accordingly. So this real-time scheduling improves accuracy for planned delivery dates. And next I have the forwarding orders and forwarding quotations. So these are important documents for logistical service provider and carriers in SAP TM. So these contain detailed information about transportation requirements, service levels, and cost estimates. So unlike shippers, LSP rely heavily on these documents to execute and manage their transportation services. And next, this image shows the personal object workflow list, which is a POWL for forwarding orders, which allows users to like access, manage, and filter forwarding orders by transportation mode, region, and other criteria. Users can perform actions on orders directly from the personal object work list, which simplifies the operation. And next is the forwarding orders. So these orders represent a complex business object within the SAP TM. So these orders contain detailed information regarding transportation, including location, time and items for shipment, which also forwarding orders may be generated manually or through templates, and also can be integrated with existing contracts or customer agreements. So the system supports complex routing for multimodal transport, and also allows users to like create stages and define responsibilities for each segment of the journey. So the flexibility of forwarding other order document structures enable it to like handle various logistic requirement. And next is the general data. So general data have key details about the transportation contract, such as order date, organizational date, and in code terms. So this information is globally relevant for logistical service provider and customer as well. So this plays an important role in like defining the transportation responsibility and influencing charge calculation and settlement. So the general data also includes critical fields like sales organization, which is also necessary for like fleet unit creation, which also ensures that all relevant data is like captured in the early process. So this image shows the general data of a forwarding order, which also includes essential fields such as order date, organizational data, and transportation responsibility. So this document type and order are particularly important to like influence charge management. This tab also includes intercoms, which define transportation responsibility between the buyer and the seller. So this general data section provides a foundation layer like for setting up the forwarding order and ensure all critical information is captured early on. And next is the uh, uh, uncontrolled and controlled transportation. So, in controlled transportation, the logistical service provider handles all the aspects of the transportation chain, including the main stage. And in uncontrolled transportation, on the other hand, allows the LSP to like organize pre and on carriage, while main stage is like charged directly to the ordering party. So this difference is particularly relevant in air and freight orders, where different parties may be responsible for different parts of the journey. I'll explain how shipping types are defined in SAP TM. So the shipping types determine the mode of transport, such as a full container load or less than a container load. So the shipping type influences how items are managed within the forwarding orders, particularly when cargo needs to be assigned to equipment like containers or rail cars. So the shipping type is also type 2 movement types, impacting the transportation routes and stages. So this flexibility actually allows business to like customize shipping type based on the specific logistic need. And then this image is like outlines the waybill stock type definition, which plays an important role in like managing transportation documentation. So the waybills are like essential for tracking goods, particularly in multimodal transportation scenarios. So SAPTM supports the automatic assignment of waybill numbers using waybill stocks, which is important to like streamline the documentation process. So the waybill helps track the shipment across different transportation modes and ensures all required legal and logistical information are recorded here. And then this is the the storage type sequence form movement type, which is important to control the routing of forwarding orders, which has a predefined sequence of stages that actually dictate how orders with a predefined sequence of stages that need to be like set up for allowing flexibility in defining mandatory and optional stages, which also ensures the transportation process in a structured way, while also allowing for adjustment based on specific shipment needs. So this movement actually allows uh, actually plays an important role in like planning and executing the transportation stages also. And next is the items. So in a forwarding orders, items represent the goods being transported. So each item type is defined by specific characteristics, such as whether it is a container, package, or product. So the SAP ETM actually enforces certain hierarchies, such as containers holding packages or products, which ensure that transportation data is structured logically. So item definition also supports dangerous goods handling, and SAPTM also allows for assignment of dangerous goods, a goods profile, to actually ensure safety and compliance during the transport. And as you can see, this image shows so this image actually shows item type definition in SAP TM. So this item type impacts how items are handled and classified within the forwarding orders. So categories like container, package, or product determine the hierarchy and packaging logic. So this flexibility in the item type ensures that different types of cargo, including dangerous goods, are managed appropriately during the transportation process. And this image actually shows how the item type area within a forwarding orders where users can input information about the items being transported. So item can be organized in hierarchies such as containers, holding packages, or products. So the hierarchy structure ensures that all the items are properly accounted for and packed accordingly to the defined shipping time. So the item type field is mandatory and ensures consistency in tracking throughout the transportation process. So next is the business partner. So these are the important part in forwarding orders in SAP TM, which include shippers, consignees, and logistical service providers, which are actually involved in transportation process. So each business partner is assigned with a specific role, and SAP TM allows for a easy integration of these roles into the forwarding orders. And properly defining business partners ensures smooth communication and execution of transportation activities. And this image actually shows the involvement of different uh, business partner in forwarding orders. So each with each specific role, such as shippers, consignee, or carrier, business partners are integrated directly into the orders and have predefined role, which actually influences the execution of the transportation process. This ensures clarity and responsibility and improves the efficiency of communication between the parties involved. And next is the partner determination profile. So this shows how partners like shippers, consignees, and carriers are automatically assigned to forwarding orders. This customization feature actually reduces manual input, streamlining the process of assigning roles, which also ensure that right business partners are actually assigned to the specific stages of transportation process, which also facilitate smooth operation. And next is the location and date or time. So these are important for like defining the logistics of forwarding orders. So SAP team actually uses details to like plan transportation stage, which also ensures that goods are like picked up and delivered at the correct location and time. So this data actually feeds directly at the correct location and time, and also has direct involvement in scheduling and routing process, which also allows for efficient planning of transportation activities and better control over delivery window. And this image actually shows how TM handles one-time location. So these are like temporary address that can be entered into forwarding orders where location is not in the master data. So one-time locations are actually serve the same purpose as location from the master data, except they're not predefined. So SAP TM actually generates a location ID where which can later be used or can be added with more details into the location master. However, using one-time location should be like limited to exceptional cases where like creating a location in master data is not so feasible. And next is routing. So in SAP TM, it actually refers to the process of like determining the most efficient and cost effective path for transportation goods. So from one point to the destination. So this also involves like breaking down the transportation into like stages such as pre-carriage, main carriage, and on carriage, considering factors like transportation mode, distance, and service levels. So the system optimizes the route based on the predefined criteria such as terms, geographical location, and it also reflects these stages which with the forwarding orders. So routing ensures that goods are like delivered efficiently and factoring in cost also includes delivery schedules and available transportation resources. Additionally, the system also allows for real-time adjustment of the route if changes occur during execution, which also ensures flexibility and control over the transportation process, which also makes routing a vital component for charge calculation, scheduling, and managing logistics operation more efficiently. And then this image actually shows how stage determination can be controlled by a stage profile within the SAP TM. So unlike stage determination by movement type, which also offers a fixed setup, stage profiles provide flexibility by allowing different stages to be assigned. So based on the forwarding order type, this flexibility actually allows stage profiles to be like customized or set by a condition based on specific forwarding order data. And this image actually shows how stage types are customized to include description and categories, which are actually standard across SAP TM. So these types cluster into 6 groups, and system actually offers usage stage categories in operation process, such as charge management. Additionally, users can also like assign instructions set to like stage types and further restrict their use to like specific transportation modes. And then we have actual routes for forwarding order, which shows the actual route in like which can be like differ from the ordered route. So the actual route is like often modified to like optimize transportation cost to like reflect unforeseen changes in logistical process. So the transportation stages that actually define the actual route are like carried over the fleet unit, which also allows transportation planners to like work with the accurate real-time data for like scheduling and execution. And then coming to the next slide, this image shows the item view and stage view. So this is in a forwarding order where with a different source location might require separate stages in which, in this case, SAP TM actually offers users like the ability like to like switch between item times and stage items, making it easier to manage complex routing scenarios where items may be consolidated or split during transport. And this image actually shows how stage determination can be controlled by a stage profile within the SAPTM. So unlike a stage determination by movement type, which offers a mixed setup, stage profiles are provide flexibility by allowing different stages to be like assigned based on the forwarding order type. So this flexibility actually allows stage profiles to be like customized or set by condition based on the specific forwarding over the data. And next is the charge and internal charges. So charges are actually calculated throughout the transportation process based on the predefined rates in SFTM. So the internal charges are used for allocating costs between different departments within the same organization, while external charges relate to the payments to the third party. So charge management is actually integrated within the forwarding order process, ensuring that charges are like automatically calculated based on the transportation detail and predefined rate table. So next is profitability. So this involves calculating the cost and revenue associated with the transportation process. So by actually incorporating charge management and cost allocation method, the system can actually generate report that actually help business to track profits on each forwarding orders or transportation unit. So this function is actually important for logistical service providers to like assess the financial success of their operation. And next is the output management. So the system actually generates and manages the necessary documents and communication which are triggered by the transportation process, such as a shipping notification, invoice, or a way bill. So output management actually ensures that critical documents are actually sent to relevant stakeholders throughout the transportation process, which also aids in like smooth communication and compliance. So this image shows how output management processes in the SAPTM. So which also include the generation and distribution of key transportation documents such as confirmation, way bill, invoice, and the system also automatically triggers these output based on predefined condition, which also ensures timely communication and documentation during the transportation life cycle. And next is the global function on forwarding orders. So global function has SAP TM enhances the usability of forwarding orders, like offering features like document copying, mass updates, and status changes. So these functions actually help users to like streamline operation and also ensure consistency across multiple forwarding orders. So they also enable business to like automate route tasks and save time and also reduce the risk of errors. So this image actually shows the empty provisioning and empty return process, which is also used in scenarios involving containers or rail car. So SAP TM also allows users to like manage both the provision of empty containers to shippers and return of containers after delivery. So this feature is actually important for like industry that rely on container-based logistic, helping them to like optimize equipment usage and reduce cost. So this empty container triangulation optimizes the movement of like empty containers by aligning returns with the new customer demands. Where this approach also minimizes unnecessary container movement and ensures that containers are utilized efficiently. Like optimizing triangulation, companies can also reduce logistic cost and improve overall supply chain efficiency. And next is fast order entry scheme, which simplifies the creation of forwarding orders by actually reducing the number of feeds and steps needed. So this feature actually allows users to like quickly create orders, making it particularly useful for companies dealing with high order volumes. So this system provides templates and default values to like further streamline the order creation process. And next is charge estimate. So in SAP TM, system allows users to like calculate cost based on the predefined rates based on the orders which are executed. So this feature is essential for providing customers with accurate cost estimates and ensures company can plan financially for transportation service. So the system also calculates charge for all stages and modes of transport, which also offers comprehensive view of expected cost. And this image is the chart screen estimation screen. So it shows how where users can review and adjust cost calculation for transportation services. The system calculates the charge based on the criteria such as distance, weight, volume, and transportation mode. So providing transparency into financial aspect is very important for transportational process. And next is forwarding quotations. So these are actually proposed to like create to show the logistical service providers to offer transportation service to customer. So these documents include the pricing, conditions, and service details. So once the quotation is accepted, it can be converted into a forwarding orders, which ensures that data flows seamlessly from proposal to the execution. And this image is the forwarding quotation field and action, which shows the key fields and actions in a forwarding quotation, such as pricing, order data, and validity dates. So this layout actually allows service providers to like create detailed quotations which actually meet customer transportation needs. So users can send quotation for customer review or convert them to order directly from the screen. So next is the forwarding quotation with request for quotations. So this shows how forwarding quotation integrates with the request for quotation process. This process also allows logistic service providers to like select the prices from subcontractors and adjust the quotation to the customer accordingly. So this streamlines the pricing process and ensures competitive rates are passed on to the customer. Next is the assignment of the forwarding quotation to the forwarding order. This shows how the assignment of forwarding quotation to a forwarding order happens. This system actually allows users to like link quotations to the order seamlessly, which also reduces the need for manual data entry. The system also perform checks to like ensure that quotations are ensures that quotation and orders align in terms of dates, location, and pricing, which also facilitates to smooth the transition from a quote to the order. And next is creating orders and quotation with reference. So in SAP TM, this functionality actually helps in creating orders and quotation with references, which are reference to simplifies the process of generating new documents by using the existing one as the template. So this approach actually allows users to like provide reference to previous orders, quotation, or contract to create new ones, which also reduces the manual data entry. For example, LSP can actually copy data from past quotation to create a new forwarding order, which ensures consistency and accuracy while also saving time. So system also allows modifications such as adjusting dates, quantities, and customer specific details. So while also keeping the structure of the original document intact. So this actually feature actually enhances operational efficiency, especially when dealing with recurring customer or similar transportation requirements. So by using reference, business can actually quickly adapt to customer requests, ensuring transportation planning and execution and seamless flow and error free. And this is the initial screen used for creating forward orders. So this includes fields for customer data, routing details, and transportation modes. Users can also select templates or provide previous orders as reference to expedite the order creation process. So this design actually helps users efficiently to manage the forwarding order workflow. And this is about chapter 4. Thank you.